What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be talking about the Coros Apex 46mm GPS watch. So this is the Coros Apex 46mm premium multi-sport watch. Like I said, this is the 46mm variant. There is a 42mm as well. A couple of differences between those, but by and large it's the same watch. Just a little bit less battery life on the 42, and it has a stainless steel bezel instead of a titanium alloy, which this one is the titanium alloy. One of the best things about this watch as a trail runner is it comes standard with Sapphire glass. Sapphire glass in the Garmin lineup isn't even something that's available until you get up into the higher end of the Phoenix models, which are more than twice the price of this watch. And it comes standard on this, and that is amazing because if you're running through the woods, you're jumping, over a log or something, you have your arms out a little bit, you might smack a tree branch, you fall. This isn't going to crack, or at least it shouldn't. I've had this watch now for probably close to a year almost, and hardly a scratch on it. It's great, very, very durable. It's super comfortable to wear. It comes standard with this silicone band. The silicone band is very, very pliable and twisted. As you can see, it just moves around very, very easily. You put it on and you hardly even notice it's on. It's incredibly comfortable. They do make a nylon band now that you can get as an option. It's a little bit lighter weight, and you can tighten it down a little bit more. It's supposed to help with heart rate accuracy. Battery life on this watch is amazing. If you've heard of Coros, it's because of their battery life, I guarantee it. The 46mm is a 35-hour battery life in full GPS mode. So that's heart rate monitor, that's full GPS, everything on. It's phenomenal. In Ultra Max mode, it's up to 100 hours, which is insane. I have personally used this watch for 23 hours, almost 24 hours was the longest. I had that in Ultra Max mode because I was planning to go longer but didn't. And anyway, I had only used 23% of my battery in 23 hours, which was ridiculous. I've used it in full GPS mode for 16 hours so far. And again, I only used, I think, 23 to 25% battery life, so it's phenomenal. So if you've got a long 100-miler, something you think might take you 30 plus hours, or you're gonna do a 200-miler, this is the watch to get right here. So with the Apex, everything is controlled with this knob right here. You hold it down to unlock it and turn to see the other available screens on your main display. Push it to see the different activities. Here's the training plan where you can put in, your different runs for the week or whatever activities, workouts you want to do. Right here's the AI trainer. You can see as I'm 100% fully recovered now. You can see your different workouts, runs that you've done. Hold the back button down. And here you can see the battery usage. Which is a pretty handy feature, pretty cool. A lot of different features you can see there. Coros Apex supports Bluetooth and ANT Plus technology, so you can pair it with a pod, you can pair it with the chest strap if you like for heart rate monitoring if you don't want to use the optical heart rate. It does come with the optical heart rate monitor on the back. It's pretty accurate. The only negative I have on the Coros Apex is the optical heart rate monitor. It will read very accurate and consistent. Let's say I'm on a run and it's reading 144, 145 beats per minute, and then all of a sudden I look down, no change in pace, I feel completely the same, and now it's reading 175. I don't know what happens there. I wear it very tight. I've done everything that the Coros website says to do to improve the accuracy of the heart rate monitor, and nothing has helped. So it is accurate, but then there are anomalies where it spikes up. If you want a very accurate heart rate, you should probably use a chest strap. The watch comes standard with a barometric altimeter, compass, gyroscope, accelerometer. These are all things that are not generally included at a watch of this price point. This watch, the 46mm version, is $350. The 42mm is $300. And that comes standard with the same features. So you really cannot beat the features that this watch packs into it for that price at all. So with a GPS watch, one thing that people are always concerned about is GPS accuracy. This watch has been incredibly accurate for me. It uses the GPS satellites, the GPS plus GLONASS, and also the BDS satellites. You can choose which one. There's a feature where you can test the satellite strength in your area, and it'll show you how many satellites it locks onto and which, if it's a good signal, excellent signal, or weak. so you can see which one works best for you. I've used this watch on several known routes where there's distances that are marked, and it's been almost dead on accurate to within probably 20 feet of where the marking was supposed to be. It's been very accurate. Even in dense woods, I train a lot at Frozen Head State Park, which is very rural, very dense forest. It does incredibly well. I've never had any issues with it there. So here I have a route that I run very often. It's a little trail. You can see I've done 4 loops here. If we zoom in on this GPS track, you can see, I started here, went into this inner portion of what's called the monotonous loop, and then went and ran around a pond. And I'm zoomed in pretty closely, but you can see there is a little bit of variance in the tracks. They're not right on top of each other, but it is pretty close, and there's no crazy anomalies or one that goes over here or over here. They're all very, very close to each other, so it is pretty accurate. Look here, they're almost directly on top of each other. And same through here. So you can see that the GPS accuracy is pretty good. It's not perfect, but I'm zoomed in pretty darn close here in order to see this. You zoom out and it looks like it's almost exactly on top of each other. Another cool thing about the accuracy is it uses a smart feature to measure your stride length as you use it and track activities and run. So if you're in an area with weak signal, or if you're running indoors, it can then use your stride length that it has learned to help with that GPS track and that reporting. It's pretty cool. It works really well. One feature I have not tested yet is the track mode. A lot of people, previously with watches would complain about they'd go run on a 400-meter track and your track's all over the place. It might show you going through the middle of the track or in the outside lane or the inside lane. With the Coros, that all goes away. It's incredibly accurate. You can even pick which lane you want to be in, I believe, while you're running. So it's really cool. So if you like going to the track and doing workouts, check out that feature because it's pretty cool from what everybody says. Also along the lines of GPS and navigation, it does have a breadcrumb trail feature. If you're out and you've got a GPX route loaded from maybe you're at a race and they give you a GPX route where you're doing a segment that you created in a GPS mapping feature, you can load that GPX route to the watch and it'll give you a breadcrumb trail. So it's not a map, you can't see terrain features, but you can zoom in all the way to 1/10 of a mile, and you can zoom out to I think like 2 miles. So if you zoom in, I just used this on Monday. I went on a trail run and I'd never been on this trail before at all, so I had a GPX route. I zoomed into 1/10 of a mile and I was able to clearly look down at the watch and move and see, do I need to go on this trail or do I need to go this way? And it was very easy to tell which direction I was needing to go. It also gives you a deviation alert. If you go off course, it'll beep and say, off course. It's not as annoying as the Garmin. I had a Garmin before where you would have that exact same type of feature where it would deviate, but every single switchback you would be on. So you're going this way, then cutting this way, it would tell you were off course and it'd be beeping constantly. It was super annoying. This does not do that. It works much better than the Garmin watch I had. Some of the other features available with the Coros are like a training guide. It uses algorithms based off of your lactate threshold, your VO2 max, your heart rate, and it looks sort of across your historical data that you've stored, so all the activities that you've run. And it's supposed to be able to calculate your perceived effort and your recovery time. It works pretty well for the most part. Coros did update the algorithms probably 2 months ago. And I saw a drop in some of my stats, but it's probably more accurate right now. With that said though, the recovery time I feel is very excessive. On some of it, you'll do a run and it might say like 1.2 days to recover, and it was like, nah, I feel pretty good. I don't think this is gonna take that long. Anyway, listen to your body is the bottom line. The watch has great features. The training guide is a handy tool, but you know your body better than a watch, so just listen to your body. Some of the cool features that you can do now is you can customize workouts. So you can program a certain type of interval workout or track workout or any kind of speed work you want to do, or if you're a bodybuilder or a strength trainer, cross trainer, you can choose from a list of over 200 strength training exercises, build your own custom strength program, have it on the watch, and it tracks your repetitions, the sets you do. It works really well. They have a muscle heat map which shows which muscles you work then. It's really neat. This is a new feature within like the last 2 months. So if you wanted a strength training watch you can use, this is going to give you that feature too, so it's really cool. So now let's take a look at the app. The app is very intuitive, it's very user-friendly, and it's very streamlined, but you still have all the data that you want. With Garmin, you would have to go from different screen to different screen to see different parts of your run, which was kind of frustrating. It just took time. The sync time was slower. With the Coros, the sync time is very quick. And when you go to an activity such as a run, all the data is on one screen. You just scroll up and down. It's right there. It's very, very friendly and easy to use. Coming from Garmin, the only drawback that the Coros app does not have yet, I don't know if they will add it or not, is you cannot add gear such as shoes. So with the Garmin Connect app, I can track the mileage of my shoes straight in the Garmin Connect app. You cannot do that on the Coros app. Now luckily for me, I use Strava and I track all my shoes that way. But if you do not use Strava, you might want to look into a different way to track your mileage, because this does not have that feature in the app yet. All right, so my final thoughts. Would I buy the Apex again? Yes, absolutely. It's an amazing watch. In fact, I like Coros so much that I bought my wife the 42mm version because she needed a new watch. She wanted optical heart rate monitoring and just a little better watch than her Garmin 230 is what she had. So we switched her as well, and she is absolutely in love with the watch. She likes the app better. It's just a smoother process. A couple of other things about Coros that I really like and just want to convey to you guys is Coros as a company is very involved with their consumers. They're active in their Facebook groups. They listen to suggestions from the community of consumers, and they've actually released updates, firmware updates based off of consumer suggestions. So they actually listen. If you need to get a hold of somebody, you have an issue with a watch, you can contact them and actually speak to somebody quickly and get it resolved, unlike other companies. Their customer service, their brand is phenomenal. Cannot recommend them enough. I was a Garmin guy for about 15 years. I had the Garmin Forerunner, I think it was a 205, the big brick of a watch. Then I had the Garmin Forerunner 230. I think I had one before that as well. I can't remember what it was. And then I had the Garmin Instinct. All were good watches, but each had different things I didn't really like about them. I was a Garmin guy. I did enjoy their products, but then Coros came around and I started hearing about their involvement with the community, the products that they have that are just, in my opinion, superior, especially at the price point. So I made the switch. Could not be happier. I love the watch, so I highly recommend it. If you need a GPS watch, consider Coros. You won't regret it. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some value in this review. It helps you make your decision a little bit easier. And if that is the case, just give the video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And go ahead and click that subscribe button also, because I'm going to do more reviews in the future, different products. I use trail running and ultra running. So if you're involved in trail running, ultra running, or road running, hit that subscribe button. You'll see other gear reviews, shoe reviews, things of that nature. So anyway, thank you so much for checking this video out, and I'll see you guys next time.